Essiva, this is LaserBolt coming at you with another Destiny video. In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to complete the Crota challenge for this week's raid, CROTA'S and 390. But before we get started, I do want to say thank you for everybody that has shown massive support to the channel. Also want to remind you guys, if you guys find these videos helpful and informative, make sure you guys drop a sub and a like and share with your friends. Don't forget to turn on your notifications if you plan on needing help with the raids or with Crota, or just want to have a nice place to have positive vibes and chill on stream. Turn on those notifications, boys. But let's go ahead and get started on how you're going to be able to go ahead and complete this challenge. Now, a couple things have been changed from the mechanics of the raid this time around. In order for you to complete the challenges, you're going to be get a couple difficulties. One is, remember, one thing is if you take damage, you're going to need the chalice. The chalice is back. One thing I do want to let you guys know is now this time when you DPS Crota, a oversoul will spawn. You're going to have to kill that oversoul and then DPS Crota again, as you guys see in the video. So what exactly is the Crota challenge? So the Crota challenge consists of the following. First, you have to have the new mechanic, which is the oversoul and down here. But that is not the challenge. The challenge is when you pick up the sword, you are not able to drop the sword. So for all of us who were accustomed to running a hunter and then stabbing and blinking, dropping the sword and then picking up the sword, you're not able to do that anymore. You actually have to hold on to the sword for your run. So basically, you're gonna get the sword, jump up there, slam her, and then jump back out, head to the rock, jump. Have your team kill the oversoul, shoot her down, bring her down again, jump back on top of the rock, and then jump back up top, hit Crota, and then get away with the sword. Now, the other part of the challenge is not the same. The same person cannot run the sword. For example, if you have one class, one of your teammates that runs the sword, he could no longer pick the sword on that second strike. So the challenge is very simple. Do not drop the sword, and do not use the same person to run the sword, or else you will lose the challenge. And that is the challenge, the way it works. What I recommend for you guys to do is the following, and what we did actually worked out fairly well. The person you feel that is probably going to have the most difficulty running sword, you should have them run first, be the first people to run the sword. The reason why is in case they make mistake, number 2 and number 3 sword bearer are able to take that challenge and be able to complete any sort of mistake that was done for the first one. If you want to play it safe, my recommendation is to hit RT twice and then jump back out, have your team DPS, jump back up top, hit RT, then jump back out. That should bring her down to like about 30 to 35% of damage. If you feel a little bit more confident, you could RT, do 3 hits, land in 3 hits, jump back out, land in 3 hits, jump back out. That should bring her around like roughly 40%. Now remember, you do not want to get to the point where you're doing so much damage you're going to enrage her, so you got to be careful with that. Also, one other reminder I do want to give you guys out is when the second person goes over there and does the damage, you do not want to go ahead and have him do too much damage where he enrages. Also want to remind you that the ogres spawn on that second wave, so do keep that in mind. You're going to have to not only take care of the ogres, but also remember to take care of the oversoul before you jump on down to get get that kill. Okay, so what I recommend, what subclasses work for this one? Really, there's not like a general subclass that would be highly favored. You could do this with a Titan, Hunter, or Warlock, just that some have a little bit more sense of ability to be a little bit more graceful when running the sword. So of course, Hunter has always been like the big time sword bearer type of person. So definitely Hunter's up there. I would say Titan and then Warlock, but it doesn't really matter who you run it with as long as you have it correctly. Now, weapons I recommend for this part, which will make your life a lot easier. Gallahorn, what I would do is run 4 Gallahorns, run 2 sleeper simulates. The reason why you're going to want to have the sleeper simulates is not only is it takes 2 shots of the sleeper simulate, so a total of 4 shots of the 2 sleeper simulates to bring down the oversoul. Once you bring down the oversoul, that's fairly quickly to take care of. Plus, the sleeper is also going to help you take control of the ogres that spawn in the room. Now, do keep in mind, if you guys have run the raid before, best thing you're going to want to do is, again, like I said, 3 hits, hit the oversoul, 3 hits, go to the middle section, and then 3 hits, oversoul, 3 hits, oversoul, go to the middle section, And that second time you're going to be doing the hit, remember, you're going to have to drop down. If you guys have never run this raid, you're going to want to go to the right-hand side of the room where the ogre spawns, and you're able to go in that room, kill that ogre, and then from that room, you're able to shoot the last ogre. Then the last person will be able to pick up the sword, and he should be able to finish off Crota. He or she should be able to finish out Crota without a problem. I'm going to leave you to watch the rest of this video so you can see how the full run went, and you guys get an idea of how you do it. So just a quick recap, just to conclude everything. The challenge is you cannot drop the sword once you pick it up, and you have to have multiple people running the sword, and you should be able to get this completed. Let me know in the comment section how many of you have already completed the raid and what you guys got. And don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, make sure you keep it locked on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.